Welcome back to another episode of Goat Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on the goats on this channel. But today we're going to be focusing on the unicorn who is Ren. And today we got a throwback. I'm going to be doing Ren, Do You Believe? So we're going to get right into this one. This is posted 9 years ago. I really just wanted to see where he was at, not lyrically, but just where he was at in his journey with his health. Like, I know where he was at because of watching the 8 chapters, but also I want to know how he was expressing himself when it comes to his illness or whatever he was going through at that time. So I'm excited about this one. Nobody really asked for this one. I just saw it. Do You Believe? I like the title. I like the title. And I like the fact that it was a throwback. So let's get right into it.
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, I hope you're in good health. I'm writing cause I'm frightened, I've been fighting with myself. I wake up in the morning, rain is pouring, but I don't mean outside. I mean a storm is roaring in the corners deep in my mind. And I've been phoning my friends for advice to break the ice. How are you? Yeah, I'm nice. Actually, I'm fucking sore inside. I'm borderline suicide, but I'm really trying to try and shine in this dark, dark life of mine. The film Life of Brian, I watched it 50 times because I'm always searching for the brighter side of life. And maybe one day those thoughts will pay off, but till then, my future self, I'm feeling lost. Ha.
You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, why am I unwell? Will I ever find a way to climb right out this hell? Will I ever find a way to leave my demons? Find the breath to keep me breathing, find the hope to keep believing, find a way out, huh? Cause something funny happens when you're always sick. When you wake up every day praying that they might be it. That you might turn a corner into life or into death. Cause you hate that state of limbo, cause you hate that state of stress. And many lessons I have learned being burnt by the fires of depression as they scorch up my earth. I have learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. Cause I'm still here and breathing, my heart's beating blood, but I'm a paradox. I feel so alone, yet I isolate myself. It's no one's fault but my own. Heart is broken cause of the friends that I've had who have died. Heart is broken cause I've been sick for a third of my life. Heart is broken cause we live on a planet that values money more than lives, and we're damaging that planet that we need to survive. My broken heart, it breaks every time I feel the brakes on my brain when it aches. Bringing the bruises back to faith, feeding my demons while they wait. Ask my angels why forsake, have faith. Take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain, rain on my soul. Future self, could you pull me out this hole?
You believe it's morning, I'm alive.
There was no point where I could have paused. And I just want to say, this is the deepest I've heard Ren. Just knowing that this was nearly 10 years ago, and he probably wrote it even before that. Just a testament to his consistency in his message and what he wants for the people. Not only that, what he's dealing with and what he was dealing with then compared to what he's dealing with now. I'm sorry, brother. I feel so sorry that he's still dealing with. Sometimes it doesn't feel fair, and I get it. That's when people start to doubt their faith and doubt the belief and doubt God, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like Ren is here still. He's still here fighting, right? There's still blood pumping in his heart. He's chosen. That's why he's so special. Why you think you're drawn to him so much? Why you think we're all so connected? Why you think he embodies everything we feel? Why do you think that? Because he was chosen to be that symbol. Back then, he didn't even have the finances he has today. So that's why it seems like every time I react to an older song of his, it's very depressing or it's very dark. There isn't a lot of humor. And it makes sense because there wasn't too many brighter days on back then for him. He didn't have too many uppity ups. That's why God continued to bless him financially, continue to let him be that light for those. And thank God he doesn't have to struggle financially. Thank God he has what some of the best money can get you. So he's here. That would just be if he was struggling, if he was struggling financially, he might not even be here today. He probably would have taken himself out by now. And I'm not even talking about his chronic illnesses. He might have just given up, checked out on life. Like he said, I'm contemplating suicide. It's heartbreaking, man. It's gut wrenching to know that he was saying this back then, trying to reach out to his future self about hoping where he would be today. The chorus is crazy. Shout out to Melanie. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. That right there is just, I don't know. Even the chorus, man, just really just sets that haunting tone, right? That very haunting tone. It's the juxtaposition of being alive but feeling so detached. Suggests a deep crisis, almost like this opening. I feel like really just invites us into like Ren's mental space. I feel like I'm inside his mind now, for real. Like where the weight of being alive just overshadows the gratitude one might expect from just waking up. Think about that. It's a cold reminder that survival doesn't always feel like a blessing. He's walking, living, breathing proof of that. And he's speaking on it. Some people can't even speak on it. Dear future self, I hope you're in good health. I'm writing because I'm frightened. I've been fighting with myself. I wake up in the morning, rain is pouring, but I don't mean outside. I mean the storm. Bro. This man knows how to speak, bro. The storm is roaring in the corners deep in my mind. And I've been phoning my friends for advice to break the ice. Like this, all right, at this point, so he's writing this letter to his future self, right? Very deeply introspective move that just reflects his struggle to envision better days, right? But the metaphor of rain as an internal storm speaks to his mental turmoil. So the vulnerability in reaching out to friends for either advice, it really just highlights both his resilience and the isolation he feels in his battle on his own. His storytelling it paints a vivid picture of someone who's grappling with the weight of their own mind. This is deep. This is Ren at his deepest, honestly. How are you? Yeah, I'm nice. Actually, I'm fucking sore inside. I'm borderline suicide. But I'm really trying to shine is the dark, dark life of mine. That's dope. The film of Life of Brian, I've watched it 50 times because I'm always searching for the brighter side of life. This sounds like Ren today. If I'm being honest, this sounds like Ren today when he's at his low. When he's at his low points in life and music. I just feel like the contrast between I'm nice and I'm fucking sore inside really just underscores the duality, right, of public persona versus his private pain. So Ren's raw admission of feeling borderline suicide is a powerful moment in this song. It's a powerful moment of honesty. He's reflecting. So the reference to what he said, Life of Brian, that's a little bit sarcastic. Not really though, because the movie is about finding humor amidst despair. It really just illustrates his effort to maintain hope despite the darkness, right? And his knack for just weaving pop culture into his personal narrative just elevates his artistry. But it's something we know he does always, right? He always does this. Dear future self, why am I unwell? Will I ever find a way to climb right up out this hell? Will I ever find a way to leave my demons? Find a breath that keeps me breathing. Find a hope to keep believing. Find a way out, huh? Man, I love that. I love that verse right there, man, because it really just mirrors the mental just he goes deep into his own psyche, right? But it's his nature of like anxiety and self-doubt at the same time. The repeated find, he kept saying, right? It really just emphasizes his desperation of escape, whether from his demons, his mental health struggles, or the pervasive feelings of hopelessness. You know, Ren's ability to articulate, such universal feelings of despair just makes his music resonate deeply with me, with you too, I'm sure. But yeah, cause something's funny happens when you're always sick. When you wake up every day praying praying that that day might be it. Telling you, telling you that you might turn a corner into life or into death. That is just, that right there, man, is layered, bro. His mental space is it's cluttered, to be honest. And it's amazing that he can still find these words, right, to put together to put out this message, even though it's so cluttered up there. It's a gift, man. He really just reflects on the numbing, the numbing effects of chronic illness, where hope and despair is like a blur in his life, right? So the very notion of turning a corner into life or into death, I mean, that right there is chilling and profound. Just illustrating how illness can feel, like a constant gamble almost, right? So even in his despair, his words carry like immense weight. You know, it's just heartbreaking to know that he's actually still battling this right now, and he's still getting up with some type of like happiness. He's still putting together these fun songs, positive messages, fighting a good fight for the people, for the earth, almost, right? And I just hope nobody takes this man for granted, man. It's like, I pray for him. I do pray for this man, because he's important in this world, not just in my life, in this world. And many lessons I have learned being burned by the fires of depression as they scorch up my earth. I have learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was, because I'm still here breathing my heart. I'm still here breathing, my heart's beating blood. I'm a paradox. I feel so alone, yet I isolate myself. It's no one's fault but my own. So this verse just balances acknowledgement of pain with declaration of strength at the same time. Ren's metaphor of depression as fire portrays the destructive yet transformative power of suffering. That's the paradox. So the paradox of feeling alone while isolating, it's relatable, reflecting the complexities of mental health, right? It's no one's fault but my own. Broken because I have friends that have died. Let's keep listening. Let's keep listening I'm gonna come back to that verse, but let's keep listening.
Believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, that's the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, I just wanted to let that ride out. I was trying to see if he had like another verse or anything like that. But it's no one's fault but my own. Heart is broken because of the friends that I've had to have died. Heart is broken because I've been sick for a third of my life. Heart is broken because we live on a planet that values money more than life. And that's a fact, right? Like I said, and we're damaging that planet that we need to survive. My broken heart. It breaks every time. I feel the breaks on my brain when it aches. Dog, bringing bruises back to faith. Oh, man. Feeding my demons while they wait. Ask my angels why forsake. Have faith. Take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain on my soul. Future self, could you put me out this hole? Huh? Because you hate the state of limbo. Yo, he was going in. He was going in towards the end. Honestly, he was going in. He went crazy towards the end. He was. I mean, he went in the whole time. Honestly, bro, he was just. I just feel like Ren just layers his grief. You know, he just layers his grief, mourning lost friends, his own illness, and societal failures. Like, he puts all this thing. That's why I say it's cluttered up there for him. It has to be. The repetition of heart is broken. I feel like that just amplifies the cumulative just toll of these struggles, right? As a whole, almost. But at the same time, his commentary on the world's, misplaced priorities, you could say, right, shows his death as he ties like personal pain to collective issues. It's not always about him. And he also always finds a way to take accountability for the things that happen in his world as he plays a part, not because he plays a hand in it, but because he's not doing enough to restrict it, resist it, fight it, defeat it. When you're not winning the fight, you almost feel complicit in it. And that's like a huge thing to come to grips with or to even acknowledge, And I just feel like he's doing an explicit job at speaking on it on this song better than he's done on other songs. I'd say even better than Money Game 3, the way he's really going in on it, bringing them bruises back to fate, feeding my demons while they wake. Ask my angels why forsake, have faith, take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain on my soul. If y'all like the double rains right there. Rain on my soul, future self, could you put me out this hole? Huh? He went in. I loved everything he did on this song. This song is a little different, I would say. Ren, I like when he talks about faith. Here he kind of just grapples with faith here, right? Calling on angels while acknowledging his own self-destructive tendencies. That's the accountability I was talking about. So the wordplay on rain and rain, it adds almost like a poetic dimension, symbolizing both relief and divine intervention. Damn, that rhymed. I didn't even mean to do that. But the plea to his future self just reveals his longing for a sense of stability and peace. Like, it's all he really wants. And I hope he finds that, today. Because this is even a decade ago. Ren's lyrical prowess were just undeniable. And his immense amount of depth that he can go into at such a young age. He's probably in like his mid-20s here, 25, 24. I don't know. Patience to me is both deeply personal and universal. I think it's a universal track as well. He's just blending raw vulnerability with just sharp storytelling, and that's like where he shines the most. I feel like when it comes to his rapping. So his exploration of just of mental health, grief, and just resilience is just his honesty as well. Yet there's a persistent undercurrent of just hope. Always, right? You can always find it in his music, which is beautiful, which is why I respect him, which is why I respect his intellectual intelligence, because he knows that I don't care how much it is. It could be this much or it could be this much. He knows it exists, and sometimes he gets angry with it, but he knows hope exists. He knows it exists because he knows there might be a chance, and that's what I really respect about him. It's a testament, man, to his just enduring artistry, though, at the end of the day, right? This song is a reminder of just Ren's consistency as a musician and his ability to translate pain into poetry time and time again. I loved it. I did. I'm surprised nobody ever suggested this one, but I really enjoyed this one. I liked the beat as well. I liked his singing. I like how his voice is going in and out of my headphones. In the end, I respect the message, which in return is just more evidence in why I respect the man. We out.